Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Reflections video. We got quite a bit to talk about here today with you guys. So let's talk about Lightning first, her crowns. So we're not gonna make a slide for her, but she's okay. She got some LB mods for that ATF or ATB or whatever it's called, the thing you can't triple cast. I'm hoping that you can triple cast it now, but it does give her some mod buffs now. And so that's pretty decent, and now she becomes a decent 24 hit LB chainer in her base form. In her brave shift form, I mean, obviously she already 90% spear break, so they're obviously not going to do 91%. It'd be kind of cool if they did, but there really isn't much changes in her brave shift form. So really, she just becomes a nice lightning LB chainer in her base form now, which is not bad. And also she gets a lot more attack and more TDH and things like that, so it's pretty okay. I'll give her like a 7.5 perhaps. She's not too bad for crowns, not too bad. Anyways, I almost didn't want to put their TMR and STMRs up on this review because it's like they're starting to become really boring and not very useful. Because remember back in the day, like when I list STMRs, like, oh, it's nice to see that, because maybe I'll be able to get a few of those in the future and maybe they'll be useful in other units. But lately it really hasn't been that way. STMRs have been very bland lately. So 89% defense and spirit break, still no 90% for both or either. 150% fire, lightning, water, and earth in peril on the grandest, of course. 90% in peril fields for fire, lightning, water, and earth. And she also has quad cast black magic for all of her black magic stuff that she has, which has multiple elemental chaining with it. So it's pretty decent, I suppose, for dark visions and the like. She's obviously not meant to be a damage dealer. She does have the store buff, but it's only in the cooldown. Like I've been mentioning many times, a lot of these mages have been stuck with cooldown, cooldown on that, and so she only has 50 times mod boost, which only becomes a 3 new times SLB chain, and since she's a magic damage dealer, there's no way of boosting that with any equipment yet. Lightning and water already had better Imperial fields, Sakura and Nicole, so she's just better for fire and earth. Not too bad though, still. So that becomes 190% Imperial or more with her fields, so that's not too bad. Already better than Ingus, sadly. So let's go ahead and reveal her score of 8 out of 10. I think that her fields are pretty good. It finally allows for fire and earth to deal more than they were able to do before, because of 5% more in peril on certain bosses that will be able to access 190% in peril or more. That's pretty good. That's why she's getting that. And she has some decent breaks for JP at least. On global, of course, not many people are going to care, but on JP, it's okay, I guess. So we have Sazh here, who's finally having a New Vision base form, and he actually has a Brave Shift form, which was surprising. He has a 300% LB damage buff for allies, which apparently is a big deal. Apparently, according to my Discord, apparently this is a big deal. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I guess it's better than 250% LB damage buff. But other than that, not a big deal. He does have, on that cooldown, he does have 40% fire, lightning, water, and ice and amp field, which amp fields, not as big of a deal compared to Imperial fields most of the time, but it is nice. It's interesting that he doesn't have earth and instead he has ice. I'm not sure why couldn't he just stick with earth, but oh well. He does have multiple elemental chaining. He does have a tag chain in the base LB and a 27 hit chain in the Brave Shift form, not tag chain in the Brave Shift form, and bolting strike, of course. So that's really it. He does have some imbues, but we'll be talking about those right now, I think, right? Yeah, his imbues are only single target. Why? I don't know. Vanille kind of has the same thing where she has 2 imbues that are only single target. Like, why would we? They're not like 3-star units. They don't need single target imbues. Like, we have wide all team. We can't waste time imbuing one person. Like, that's just silly. Obviously, he is meant for dark visions for certain aspects. and things like that, and just not much else. He's true to wield, but no 8 times cap. He just has 600% at least, but not 8 times. And no TDH, so you can't even build him TDH really, unless you want to use so much equipment to make him TDH. And he has no under 50% amp, so the best he has is 40%, I believe, or even 30%. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it was only 30. Yikes! Only 8 times mod buff for his LBs, so obviously he's not meant for much. So really, if you care about dark visions a lot, you get him on JP. On global, there's no chance you'd pull for this guy, because there's better. So I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10, and that's generous enough. And obviously I'm not gonna talk about their vision cards because they're bland and not interesting. So that's it. Usually the part 2s are getting a lot better, but Vanille really is the only one you'd want to pull for, and even then, you probably should still be pulling for Lightning instead of this banner. If you still haven't pulled for Lightning, you should probably just go for her instead, and not worry about this banner at all. So that's really it. That's the final word on this. Slamming the hammer down, ban this banner. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about these units. And I'll see you in the comment section and in the next video. Peace.